Video shows Ukrainian drone evade, demolish Russian flamethrower. New video has emerged of a Ukrainian drone taking out a high-powered, expensive Russian flamethrower. The Security Service of Ukraine on Wednesday posted footage of an FPV, first-person view, drone avoiding enemy missiles to successfully reach and collide with a purported TOS-1A thermobaric multiple launch rocket system, MLRS, at its salvo. The rocket system is known as Solnitsepik. The TOS-1A, an updated version of the original TOS-1 heavy flamethrower system, reports Military Today, can reportedly cost more than $6.5 million when accounting for servicing, training, and ammunition. Jordan Cohen, policy analyst at the Cato Institute, said thermobaric weapons launch some of the most devastating and vile rockets in existence, which can lead to a rupturing of the lungs. Given what has been happening in the Donetsk, destroying this launcher is generally good for human rights, no matter one's position on the war. Meanwhile, Russia's advancement past Bakhmut could come at a high price. Russia's hypothetical success over the city of Bakhmut would likely come at a high price to its troops, who have already suffered heavy losses. According to the Institute for the Study of War, ISW, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky warned during an interview with CNN Tuesday that Russia would have an open road into his country if Russian President Vladimir Putin finally has success in his months-long battle for Bakhmut, an industrial city in the Donetsk region. But according to an ISW assessment released later on Tuesday, Putin's troops lack the capability to capture Bakhmut and continue to advance toward other key cities in Ukraine. As ISW has previously assessed, Russian forces would have to choose between two diverging lines of advance after capturing Bakhmut, read the report. These two potential axes of advance are not mutually supporting, and degraded Russian forces would likely have to prioritize the pursuit of just one to have any chance of success. Though Russian commanders have repeatedly stretched their forces too thin across multiple axes of advance throughout the invasion of Ukraine. The think tank noted that Kiev has heavily fortified both of these routes, which are supplied by numerous ground lines of communication running deep into the Ukrainian rear, and any Russian attempt to advance down these roads would likely be highly costly. According to a U.S. intelligence officer who previously spoke to Newsweek, it's only a matter of time before Russia loses in its invasion of Ukraine. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin also said earlier this week that Bakhmut seems to hold more of a symbolic value than it is strategic and operational value to Putin, who has targeted the city of 70,000 for nearly 7 months. U.S. officials also estimate that Russian forces are facing up to 70% casualties along the front lines of the war. The ISW noted on Tuesday, as well, that Russia's recent tactical assaults in urban areas around Bakhmut likely lack the mechanized forces necessary to advance beyond the city. According to the report, Moscow has been increasingly reliant on assault detachments, a battalion-size element optimized for frontal assaults on fortified areas, rather than for maneuver warfare. The continuing devolution of Russian force structure towards small assault detachments using simplified tactics, combined with mounting losses among the most effective Russian troops, will likely greatly limit the ability of Russian forces to properly exploit any paths of advance opened by the capture of Bakhmut. Russian forces remain unlikely to secure more than a tactical victory following 10 months of assaults. Besides that, the Ukrainian military has destroyed 488 Russian MLRS systems, since the war began on February 24, 2022, according to daily statistics updated by the Ukraine Ministry of Defense. Russia also lost a lot of personnel and artillery. Some Russian commanders, desperately short of battle-ready tanks, appear to have turned to improvising Frankenstein tanks from spare parts to fill the gap in their armory. Russia and even the West have disputed the number of Russian casualties, reported to be in the neighborhood of between 15,000 and 30,000, according to a database compiled by independent outlet Media Zona and the BBC's Russian service. As both sides continue to experience personnel losses, exasperated by intense months-long fighting in Bakhmut in the Donbas region, the Ukrainian military is reportedly struggling to find new servicemen